Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari Hari Bluetooth. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari Hari The Bluetooth device is connected successfully. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hey, good morning, everybody. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. If anybody can easily, just go hang out in the YouTube thing sometimes, even for a little while, then you can come back here onto Facebook. Just put your thing in, smash the like button a little bit so they get the YouTube going a little bit. People can come. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Thanks, Madhusudhan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gora Bhaktavinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gora Bhaktavinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gora Bhaktavinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gora Bhaktavinda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, oh my Lord, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Mm. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Yeah, if anybody goes to YouTube, you can hang out. You can see the funny comments of Adramana. Otherwise, you can't see them. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, good incentive to go. Shri Krishna, and you can also see Freddie's humor. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, my Lord. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, my Lord, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, my Lord, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, my Lord, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, oh, my Lord, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, oh, my Lord, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, my Lord, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, my Lord, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, my Lord, Nityananda. Oh, my Lord, Nityananda. Oh, my Lord, Nityananda. Nityananda. Oh, my Lord, Nityananda. Oh, Nityananda. 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, Nityananda, Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Govinda Das. Welcome, my friend. All right. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Ah, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. You're all just so awesome, man. Beautiful people. Look at that. Was it Janardhan Das? Very nice devotee. Look at that. Amazing, huh? Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Look at it, look, people are coming. Look at that new guy. He's looking good, man. I forgot his name, but some guy who's commenting, making these. Maybe we have another guy here, man. Yeah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Should be following the threads, man. Sri Krishna Caitanya, Sri Krishna Caitanya, Sri Krishna Caitanya. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktivinoda. You know, it's interesting. I'm sitting there chanting, and I just love these revelations. It's just see, it's like Bhagavad Gita personified, man. You know, just it's embodied. You know, just yeah, yeah. To those who worship Krishna, just that verse over and over again, so beautiful, man. You know, just to those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, I give them the understanding. See, I give them the real knowledge of how to come back to me. See, and come back to me. You know, and it's actually, you know, just ever increasing revelation and realization about how things are. I'm amazed. It's just more amazed every day. I really could feel the white lotus of good fortune just manifesting more and more. Yeah, this it's like you're calling your other half. You know how you don't feel complete if you're ever fallen in love in this world. You need that other half. You know, your spouse or your beloved. You know, in the world is your other half, and that's how it is with God. He's our other half, spirit. He's the other half of the spirit. There's no. He doesn't feel complete without his part and parcel, and the part and parcel doesn't feel complete without him. It's very natural. Yeah, it's very interesting, man. I just find this fascinating. What does Amy say? She says very interesting things. I was just thinking that about you and everyone in our Sangha, how amazing you all are. It just fills my heart in a way that I've never known before. Oh, Amy, there's nobody as adorable as you are. Yeah. Mm. Ah. So, Chaitanya Bhagavat, here's our other half here, man. Other half. Ah. Lord Caitanya, Lord Caitanya. Let's read a nice thing here. Yeah. What is this? The marriage of Nimai and Lakshmi Priyam. Isn't that amazing? They actually had pastimes here, which represent actually our relationship with the Lord. So the Lord is the Lord. He came as Nimai Pandit, you know, of Nadia, who's my Lord and Master. Nimai and Pandit of Nadia is my Lord and Master. Yeah. Yeah. And Lakshmi, see, Lakshmi, you know, represents, you know, the soul, you know, you and I and everything. You know, she got married to Nimai. Okay? This is our position. We this here this is the marriage vows here. You know, this book. This marries us to Krishna, the holy name, and these holy names in the book, these pastimes. All glories to Lord Chaitanya, Sri Gaur Sundar. See, he is the Lord. He is the Lord of Lords, the Lord of Lords, and the most cherished love of Lord Nityananda. The most cherished love of Lord Nityananda. That's marrying God. It's your most cherished love. It's fantastic, man. It's fantastic. Nothing like it, man. Yeah. To carry your beloved around. He possesses an eternal transcendental form. See, and when we begin to love Krishna, love God, you know, by connecting with the real parampara, going through the purification by hearing, see, following the process, trusting the process, um, our transcendental form also is awakened. This is self-realization. You know, everybody that doesn't really know, they speculate and they pretend to know, and they say, you know. They talk about you got to know your transcendental form of in the spiritual world. Well, that comes very naturally. You just find the real parampara here, you know, and wherever the symptoms are. You got to find, where is somebody actually married to Krishna? Can you tell that their other half is the Lord? Because if it is, they'll have those uncommon symptoms. See, prema. They'll have life's ultimate goal. See? Life's ultimate goal is love of Krishna. Chapter 23. See? Chapter 23 of the Adi of the Madhya Lila in Chaitanya Charitamrita. That book describes what are the real symptoms of self-realization. See, self-realization is life's ultimate goal. Real guru is an empowered devotee who is like this one guy, a natural devotee. It's very natural for them to love God. It's very natural for God to love them. Because the Lord only loves his transcendental potency. See, that has to be awakened in all souls. People have to get purified. Otherwise they're covered by these modes of nature that cause them to act in this dark way. See, they're on the dark side of the force, man. This is the real Star Wars here, man. See, the real light is not the good. See, in the world we have the fight between good and evil. See, good and evil, but even the good are not good enough. See, this is St. Paul's preaching. Talks about even your good rules and regulations and how good you are and how much etiquettes you follow and all that is not good enough, man. It's like dirty rags in the face of our Lord. See, that's the way. That's the Lord. He's always trying to drive this point that you cannot attain this on your own. It's by the mercy of a devotee. It's somebody in the disciplic line. Jesus gave this Holy Spirit to his representatives who listened to him, who dedicated their lives to him. You notice the people here that got the real spirit of devotion, how dedicated they are? That's proof is in the pudding, man. Who's like that? Who glorifies their spiritual master who's delivered them? They're the real devotees, man. They're the ones you got to take notice of. They always have the same thing. A real disciple is like that. Real disciple glorifies Guru and Gauranga, or God and Jesus. Like back then when they were there, they were, glorifying their spiritual master, man. And they were empowered because of it. The Lord was pleased not only with Jesus, but in his real disciples. The Lord was pleased and empowered them just like he empowers my real disciples here. See, the Lord is pleased with you. Otherwise, you cannot chant like Lalita Ganga or Johan or anybody else, or have these realizations of Amy. The Lord is showing his pleasure upon those who follow the real path and trust their Guru's words. And don't listen to anybody else's words that contradict them. Okay? See? You want to marry God or what? That's the way it is, man. We have rules around here, man. Right, Andromeda? We got rules. We got our rules here. We follow the rule book, man. O Lord, mercifully look upon the conditioned souls. Mercifully look on the conditioned souls. How does he do that, man? Through these books, man. The person writing these books, through this preaching. Anybody coming here, you'll get purified and you're going to find your other half, your eternal half. You're going to become an immortal, man. Doesn't matter who you are. I don't care. Doesn't matter. My Lord is so powerful, man. He'll purify anybody here. Anybody who takes this word seriously. Anyone who takes this testimony seriously. Not only that, whoever takes this testimony of my real followers and disciples who follow this message, Follow this truth. Have faith in this Satchidananda preaching. He'll awaken in others. He'll believe in that testimony. Those who believe in you will believe in me, and all the way through the disciplic line. That's how it works. Always worked like that. You got to find a real spiritual master, a very intimate associate of the Lord, that is ordered and empowered to preach and deliver people in the world. Yeah, it was listening to this guy Morg. This Morg, he looks like death persona. He looks like a dead guy, but he preaches pretty good, man. He's like kind of probably a Shiva offshoot. Talks about the truth is, the Lord sends people here to deliver people out of the matrix, out of the Maya. You guys are in the matrix out here. Who wants to be the one, to be taken out, man? See, bottom line is everybody can be the one. Are you the one? Are you one of those ones to be taken out of the matrix, out of the Maya, the illusion, that's designed by the architect, Lord Brahma? See how the Vedas are all teaching. The movie's teaching the same thing, basically. I mean, the Vedas are more clear about it, but basically it's the same idea. You ready to be taken out? You got to come to those who are the saviors of the world. Those are the ones who are out of the matrix, man. They're not in the program anymore. They're not programmed. They got a new program, God's program. Deliver the conditioned souls. Anybody want to be delivered? Are you the one who's ready to be delivered, or what? Or are you still going to stay in the matrix, man, and be programmed by the Maya, the mainstream? Or are you going to be one of those rebelling, because you won't follow? Well, you haven't found the real way. You haven't found the one that's delivered. We make many ones here. See, many ones, all the way connected. Otherwise, you're just a zero. Zero, nothing. See, so yeah, and then you're delivered out of this programmed existence, programmed by Maya. Otherwise, you can't get out. Even if you have a little higher consciousness, you can't get out of this. Now, you can't get out. They'll put you in a reconditioned camp if you rebel against what's going on here. That's showing you this is God saying there's one way out, and it's through His devotees. See, people like the Gnostics had half the truth. They said, half the truth is? They said it's by knowledge you get out, but no, that ain't enough. You need the complete truth, which is embodied by the saviors, man. The saviors are the most intimate persons who are very intimate God, and they know the complete formula. It's called Satchidananda. It's called devotion. See, reveals the true knowledge to get out of this. No devotion, you stay here, man. They'll put you in a reconditioned camp. All the rebellious ones. This is what's going on. They're already making them, man. All over the place, all over the world. Because there's a lot of people, they know the bullshit of the programming. People are being programmed. And if you don't go for that, they're going to throw you in a reconditioned camp. There's only one way out, man. It's through devotion to God. Satchidananda, man. That's it. No other way, no other way, no other way. Love of God, love of Krishna, love of God, love of Christ. This pure love gives you the real knowledge to transcend all of this. All the people that have only part of the truth, man, they're just fighting the truth. They hate fighting the lies, that the Maya is promoting, and then the liars are fighting them. Here it all comes together, man. You see everything, full awareness, full understanding of the absolute truth. The three main energies of God, the true Lord. Three main energies: the spiritual potency, the material potency, and the jiva, who realizes the realized jiva, realizes everything is under the full control of the Lord, even as Maya. You can't escape this prison of this Maya. Nobody can. It's one of these high security. See, there's what the warden. He knows there's only one way out. It's the devotees who have realized God. If you have a problem with that, oh, there's so many paths. Well, you go try following all these paths. They all lead to this one. Every one of them. This is what Jesus taught, man. He says, everything, all these paths lead to me, lead to the devotee, the door, to enter the kingdom. It's always been like, it always will be like that. This conclusive. And then you get out. See, you're in the line. You're pulled out. That's the rope, man. The rope is a disciplic line, full knowledge. The empowered devotees. They're the empowered God on earth. See, empowered. I didn't say they're God. It's not that way. The Lord appears. He said, "This is my devotee. He loves me. I love him. He's my other half, man." You listen to him, you're listening to me. You don't listen to him, you're rebelling against me, the Lord, that me, the big me, not the false ego, false ID me, the ultimate me, the big ego, man, the real ego. See, the real ego, the real truth. See? This is, yeah. So, yeah, you are the best of the Brahmins. See, best of the Brahmins. You're the best of the Sudras. You're the best of the householders. Anybody who actually has gotten the mercy of the Lord, either in this life, through the Vaishnava line, through getting the mercy of a Vaishnava, or in this life by coming. If you don't have it, man, now you better get some shiksha. If you don't have the symptoms of love of God, love of Christ, love of Krishna, where you have the uncommon feelings, man, of a person who's transcended material emotions, man, because instead of loving some dog or some cat fully, you love God, and then you love everything in this world appropriately through the eyes. The Lord looks through your eyes. Okay? You're not like infatuated with your goldfish and your cats where they're controlling you and manipulating you. You come here, you're going to become free of that. You know, everything is jerking everybody around. Your love for anything in this world is manipulating you. Your love for politicians, there's nothing perfect to love except the true Lord. See, the true Ananda, the real love, true love for God, the true God, the conclusive truth, the clear truth, not the lie, not the mode of goodness. That's still not good enough, man, just to be a good person. I've seen many good people, and it doesn't take their sadness, their sorrows away, because it's not conclusive enough. You're not free enough. See? You love trees too much, man. You love whales too much. You love soil too much. Too much. You should be loving God, so much that you're set free from being manipulated by what you love in this world. See, then everything is set perfectly in order. See, this preaching is not, it's not small time preaching. This is ultimate. This pinches even good people get pinched by this. You're in a dentist chair here when you hear this kind of preaching. Even many of the acharyas in the past, they would only preach up to the mode of goodness, and they would even say that was transcendental because people can't understand preaching like this. What could be better than good? The good is praised in this world. Philanthropy and all these things are praised in this world. See? Everybody believes in goodness. It's their goal in life is to be good. Yeah. No, you gotta. This is the thing, man. When you love God, you see everything uh, through the God shows you His eyes. He gives you His eyes, His real eyes. See, He has the real eyes, the Lord. You got to be like the Son of that Son. See, you got to. It's like that prayer of Jesus. I really like that prayer of Jesus. It said, "Thy." See, God's will. God's will be done. Where? Up there? Oh, it's already done up there. Where's the challenge? Thy will. This is the prayer coming from Jesus, taught by Jesus. Great prayer. Thy, see, the will of the Lord is what? Nobody knows. It's a great mystery, isn't it? That's why God is called a great mystery. The definition of God is a great mystery. Nobody knows his will. Thy will be done. Where? Well, on earth, as it is in spirit, in the spiritual world. Not just heaven. Some in heaven, the Lord's will isn't always done. A lot of people are still selfish there. They still have anartas. They still have like desire for name and fame. They could be good people, just like here. They're good gurus and good teachers, good followers of religion sometimes, but ain't good enough, man. Not good enough. See, that's not that prayer is not even conclusive. It's been through too many editors. We have to straighten out even the Bible, man. That prayer ain't good enough. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That ain't conclusive enough. No, no. That thy will be done on earth as it is in Vrindavan. Not even Vaikuntha. The Lord wants the highest will. This is the announcement, man. Thy will be done. That will that's in Vrindavan be done on this earth as it is in Vrindavan. The Garden of Eden explained. And the door is Chaitanya Lila. It's such a deep revelation and realization. You must go through Lord Chaitanya. Everybody, all of us. Okay? Yeah. See, all glories to your devotees, the most elevated souls. See, devotees of Lord Chaitanya are, this is literal, man. The most elevated souls are the devotees of Lord Chaitanya, not the devotees of Radha and Krishna. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I'm here, and people say, well, how can he preach like? Well, Prabodhananda Saraswati said. He said, even those who are devotees of Lord Govinda cannot understand the kind of prema that the devotees of Lord Chaitanya understand. They're the ones who really know Radha and Krishna. If you're a real devotee with real devotee devotion to Lord Chaitanya, who is Radha and Krishna personified, your heart will be flooded with the love of Radha and Krishna. Otherwise, not to that extent. That's the preaching of 550 years ago. It's been lost. People think you can be a devotee of Radha and Krishna directly. Uh, Unless you're actually literally one of these rare peoples. But if you are, Lord Chaitanya would give you the right realizations to preach the love of God through Lord Chaitanya, who gives the highest revelation and truth and the true path. Why wouldn't you follow? It's like Christians saying, "Well, we don't need you, Jesus. We're going directly to God." Radha and Krishna are directly the Lord, and Lord Chaitanya came to teach. He's the spiritual master of the universe, and a real follower of Radha and Krishna will teach the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, which we do. This teaching has full approval of Prabhupada. It's the essence of all truth. It is the real way that people quickly get to the kingdom of God, practically. Yeah. Yeah, so devotees, you come here, everything will be in perspective. I see people, they commit offenses because they're too much in love with their animals. You know, it's you just come here. Don't worry about it. This pinches a lot of these goody two shoes. They have a hard time. What are they preaching? I gotta love my little animal. Well, come on, just stick around, and you'll be happy you did because nobody can liberate you here. Everybody's into the love of animal. The good people, the best they can do is, yeah, just love your little goldfish, man. Just kiss your goldfish, man. And even the goldfish begins to manipulate people. See, it's your love for anything in this world that manipulates us. Is Maya's stronghold? Well, that's too much just to love God. Just what will it be like just to love, have one pointed love for Radha and Krishna? Huh. Well, that's what I want. That's my goal. Everything else, jerks you around, manipulates you. Anything you love in this world, man. Even a pair of shoes. Your pair of shoes will jerk you around. Yeah. Why? I mean, this is the thing. You got to see conclusiveness. This is the beauty of Satchidananda. It gets us conclusive, man. Loving God gives you full knowledge. Full knowledge. Like you treat everything, and then you're not manipulated by loving something worldly. But anyway, this comes in time. Just stick around, everybody, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's nice to be free. It's nice to be free. It's wonderful to be free. Not, people have these shackles on them. It's like, they got these shackles on them. They're just imprisoned by their love for things in this world. And Lord Chaitanya comes to take the shackles off. And then you could still have your dogs and your cats and your families. No problem. Srivas had a dog. Yeah, there's no problem. But you understand things in perspective. And how you know you don't is you don't like this preaching. Oh, why did you say this? Oh, well, there you go, man. I found a weak, a stronghold. Yeah. This is high. This is deep preaching, man. This is like there's a pastime with Srivas. Srivas's son died in the middle of Lord Chaitanya having a kirtan, and the wife was, she wasn't like Srivas. She had different symptoms. The wife said, "Oh, Srivas, stop! Lord Chaitanya's dancing. Our son has died. This is terrible. This is horrible. This is a terrible thing." Oh, lamenting. Oh, see, like this. And Srivas turned around and says, "You know how many, see, conclusive, you know how many sons and daughters we've had in so many lifetimes? And all is just illusions, man. See, all illusions. And you want me to stop the dancing, Lord Chaitanya? How many times do you think you get Lord Chaitanya to dance God, the Supreme Lord, the combined form of Radha and Krishna, the most sublime experience, sublime manifestation of God in this world? How many times do you think you get him in your house dancing? And because my son, and we've had so many in so many lifetimes, has died, no way. You go and cry in the corner over there, and just let the Lord dance and let him experience relish his happiness. I'm going to relish the happiness that the Lord is very happy dancing, even though our son has died. Just go over there and cry over him if you want, but don't disturb the dancing. Hey, who could do that? Hey, who understands that? And then he said, "Furthermore, my dear wife, our son died in this place here. He's got nothing but why even lament? People can't help it. You're Italian. You gotta be natural." So anyway, he said, "What is there to really lament about?" he died here. He saw Lord Caitanya. He saw his dancing, and he died here. And he's got an exalted destination. So what is there to lament? But attachment does that. It makes us lament. Anyway, after the Lord stopped his dancing after 4 hours, and he wanted to show the glories of Srivas and the truth. He says, "Why didn't you stop me? Stop my dancing? When your son died. This is a terrible thing. And Srivas said, "Oh, you kidding? No, there's no way I would stop your happiness. I just wanted to relish your the happiness you were feeling in your dancing. To me, that was my happiness. Your happiness is my happiness." And the Lord, see, this is the Lord's real feelings. He shows in the Leela. He started to cry tears, started to trickle down his eyes, man. He said, "My God, what kind of devotee? You know how so many, so rare to find a devotee like you. There's no illusion for you. You completely transcended all illusion. Yeah? You see everything as it is." See? So anyway, there's room to grow here. And whatever is taken away is only going to be here for your benefit. Taken away your illusions. It's wonderful. So just stick it out. No matter how much you may hate what I say sometimes. Because if you're deeply attached to anything, you're going to hate sometimes what I say. You're going to want to spit and jump up and down and angry. Yeah. Because you're attached to some, or being good, being a good person and everything. Okay? But anyway, I'm here to preach the ultimate freedom. The ultimate freedom is given by Lord Caitanya. And if you're here, he'll whatever is in the way of your progressive self-realization of the true self and true surrender to God, complete surrender, he's going to take it away from us, because that's our work here, man, or our play. This is the play we're involved in. This is what's on the stage of the world now. You come here, you're going to get the deepest revelations of God. You don't believe it? Well, go look at some of the devotees here. You see it. Where do you see uncommon uh, activities of devotees here? Where do you see the symptoms of prema manifesting in people in such a short time? Narayan Raj would be totally impressed. Why not? Because he saw, oh, look at this. Only these devotees take them many, many lifetimes to get prema. And he preached that. But look how many lifetimes you can supersede coming here. That's why not everybody can come here. Not even any Narayan Raj to this point can come here and appreciate this preaching. This preaching scares the willies out of everybody. There's only one guy that's starting to impress me. There's on Facebook. I wanted to see, and I put up the most outlandish, truthful preaching. The guy likes it. He gives a thumbs up, man. Hey, man, great preaching. Where did this guy come from? He even had a dream, dreams, of Prabhupada coming and Sridhar coming and giving him instructions. Amazing. Maybe we found a friend finally. Yeah, he understands conclusive preaching. That's a good sign. It's by the book. See, it's by the book. That's what I'm seeing, man. By the book, the Lord makes the book real in your life, man. Just how are you going to prove that you're empowered to deliver people? Either you have a dream, or where your guru comes, or you get the order of a living guru in this world that's actually a real guru in parampara, which is so rare to find. And then you prove it by making real associates of Lord Caitanya, where God gives himself to them. See, just like the book says, oh, my dear. See, Lord Caitanya said to his devotees, oh, my dear devotees, you love me. You really love me. You truly love me. The big me in the sky, on the earth, in the birds, in the bees, in all the trees. You love that me, the origin of all. Therefore, I'm going to give myself to you, Sat Chidananda, and you can spread this Satchitananda to whoever you please. See, that's the order we got here. That's the order I got from Prabhupada. She was so very ill in her old age, and I was happy when my Lord finally let her die. So, yeah, you see things more at perspective, in perspective. Yeah, Srivasa's son, he said, hey man, he's free now. He probably was really sick, and all, Yeah. It's like my brother. My brother was sick for years, man, just holding on. The doctors just kept giving him drugs and stuff to keep his body going every day, suffering, you know. And that's what they do. They'll put you on a respirator just because of money, man. Just keep that body going. Make their cash, make their little money, man. That's the world. It's not something to take shelter of here now. It's turned against everybody. So in a sense, that's good. So you can see the real nature of the world is illusion. Never will treat you perfectly. Even the demigods can't treat you perfectly. They always got some angle, man, some motive. Oh, is the sound gone? Yeah, let me know. One person says the sound is gone. Is the sound gone? Yeah. So we'll get some. The sound is fine. Okay, it's yours. Yeah. So, all glories to your devotees, the most elevated souls. You are the ocean of compassion. Yeah. So, if you have any hard time with this preaching, just know don't let your dogs and cats and goldfish keep you away from this, because that's what it will be. If you're burnt out or you think, I say the wrong thing or bad things and all that stuff, that's proof that your dog and your cat or your goldfish is controlling you. Okay? Manipulating you. Or even gurus. You think, how dare you say this about my Guru Dev? It's true that your guru is controlling you. So, hey, man, better to be controlled by those who are in the real parampara. See, what people are controlled here by what? By manipulation? No, by the truth. I just speaking the truth. So if you allow that to control you, then you're set free, truly. If you want your illusions to control you, your love for dogs and cats and shoes and money and mothers and fathers, and I've seen plenty of this. I've seen these little Indian people that come here, how their parents are controlling them and manipulating them because of their love. Too much love. Too much love. I've seen that in India. That people, they have that culture, too much love for their family members there, and it keeps them from progressing spiritually. Bhakti Siddhanta made these sannyasis, and their wives came and pulled them by the ear and dragged them away. Why did they get dragged away? Because of too much love for their wives and their daughters, and it can drag them away from a spiritual representative of God. That's what it does, man. So, anyway, there's hope. You can keep your love right now and just keep here, keep loving the Lord, and He'll dissolve everything. You'll become free. All of us become more and more free of our love for things in the world, and then we're neutral. And then whatever you have, you're using it in the world, and you're free. You're not being bound by your love. See, that's that pastime in Bhagavatam. See, all these stuff, truths. How can I preach if I don't preach the real Bhagavatam? At least. How can I preach? How can I preach if you die with your love for your dogs the way it is, and your cats, and your goldfish, or whatever, or your shoes? How can you be free? How about understanding and knowledge? This is gnosis, knowledge, true knowledge that comes from love, love of God. See, the Bhagavatam, the real Bhagavatam, I preach it. Bart, Maharaj, he was even at the level of ecstatic love. He was in Bhav. He was doing his worship in the forest. He gave up the world, right? But somehow or other, he got attached to a deer. See, he got so into the deer. He's so much love for the deer. It was just helpless, you know, and helpless. And he just was so attached to the deer, and he loved the little deer. It was so important to him. And all of a sudden, he started to forget about his sadhana. He just wanted to take care of the deer all the time, and just fuss over it all the time. He got more and more attached to that deer. And then death came one day. What happened? He was thinking of the deer because he had more love for that deer than he had for God. And what happened? Boom, into a deer's body. See, because he didn't cultivate love of God enough. It was cultivating love for this animal. See, and he lost his intelligence by doing that. See, do you think Srivas was like that? He had a dog, he had a family, he had servants. But he cultivated love of Krishna. Love of Krishna, he knew this is the ultimate. My love for the Lord is it. This is my freedom, man. My freedom. And he had a dog and he had a cat. Well, dog, I don't know if he had a cat. Maybe he did. But he had a dog. It says right in the shine. He had a dog. He had a family. He had servants. He had money. Probably, I think he was a Brahmin. Yeah. But he left this world free. Why? Because he had love of God. This is the goal of life. You got to love God, man. You got to love, you got to know who God is. That mystery has to be revealed. You come here, the mystery of God will be revealed. This preaching is phenomenal, man. I haven't seen anything like this where you can reveal God to people. Lalita Ganga knows who God is. Many of you know who God is now. That mystery is revealed already and will be increasingly revealed more and more and more. Forever. The mystery is out. You think I know God completely? Are you kidding? I'm a little atom floating in the sky of the Lord. He's the sky, floating in Him. Yeah, and I do engage in this devotional service, and more, I'm understanding forever more and more about God and truth and all these wonderful things. Yeah, and getting more and more free in the process. Yeah. The body seems to follow the mind's intentions. Yeah, you come here and you get God's mind. See, what do you? These books. These books are the mind of the Lord. The mind of the Lord. He loves his devotees. He sports with his devotees. They're always in his mind. This book is his mind. What he's meditating on. His sporting with his devotees, his pastimes. This is the mind of the Lord. This is what he's visualizing. Is his engaging with God, with his devotees in parts and parcels forever. So, are you into the mind of God, or are you into the mind of God's Maya, the illusory energy that's creating all these temporary bodily situations? That's why people are unhappy. Too much meditation on that. See, we need more meditation on what is attractive to the transcendental Lord. Then we're attracted to what He's attracted to. Our spiritual body awakens also, like His spiritual body. This is His spiritual body. These truths. Hmm. So, the son of Jagannath Mishra, all glories to your devotees. See, all glories to your devotees, those who have real devotion. Not the not you, people got to make this distinction. See, the highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion. It's still illusion to say a non-devotee is a devotee. It is and it isn't. See, you gotta hear the get the paradox resolved. People consider non-devotees devotees, those who have no devotion. But on the other hand, they're devotees. See, this is how the mind's paradox. It's paradoxical. The only ones who can reconcile this paradox are the devotees. See? Because people don't see in perspective. All glories to the devotees of the Lord. See? That's the real devotees with real ecstatic devotion, who are very intimate with the Lord. All glories to those devotees. They're the real glorious ones in the Lord. They're the ones that people should be meditating on. They're the ones who should be holding up. The most intimate devotees should be worshiped. See? Not the neophytes who basically have the spiritual potency is not awakened in them. See, but they have them as gurus, and those persons cannot deliver you. You have to find that rare devotee that is cooked into the spiritual potency and can teach you about that, teach you how to worship like that, like these devotees did. There was no all glories to the neophyte pure devotees. See, neophyte pure devotee is somebody is a neophyte beginner, but they may be dedicated to God. They may be giving their lives to Krishna and all that, but they're still not uh, into the spiritual potency much. Maybe they got a little glimpse of it. But we need to be worshiping and praising the mature, intimate associates of the Lord. They give us the deepest knowledge. See? To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy. So find the devotees who have the highest loving ecstasy. Then you're going to get what? The highest, deepest understanding. The real deepest knowledge. See, that's who you should be praising. If you praise those that are not really deep in the devotional ecstatic potency, then you get the result of your diminished worship. See, there are many good gurus, even they're in goodness and they act good and etiquettes and all that. See? You worship them still. You don't get they're righteous persons. That's why Jesus said, you follow a righteous person, you get a righteous man's reward. You get to be right. You get to be good, like a good guru, a good teacher, or a good demigod. You get a good reward. But you follow a prophet, you follow a real acharya, man. You get an acharya's reward. That's what you see. People are getting the acharya's reward. That reward is the love that they have for God. You get that in your own relationship. You become an acharya. That's the acharya's reward. It's win-win, man. You become an acharya also. You come in the real line. I'm here to make acharyas, man. There's no joke. I'm already doing it. I can speak the truth. I'm making acharyas here. You guys are acharyas of devotion. Those when love of God fructifies in your heart, you are a real clean, clear. You're becoming cleaner too. You're becoming more of a clear representative of the parampara, the cyclic line. You're growing fast now in leaps and bounds. Ask Lalita. Ask anybody making real progress in this Sangha. You can see it. It shows in their happiness, in their glorification, in their appreciation, in their spiritual symptoms, in their realizations, in their understanding, and they're very happy with it. See? You're getting a prophet's reward. You're getting an acharya's reward. You're getting a real spiritual master's reward, not just a good guru, a good teacher's reward, to be a good person, a good Brahmin, following nice rules and regulations and ceremonies and fire sacrifices and all that jazz. That's about the best people are doing out there that I've seen. See, you're fortunate if you love this preaching. That means you love conclusive truth, and that's God, man. This is God's mind. People, it's like you're understanding what the prophets, said to people in general. He said, "The Lord doesn't think like you. You think in a mundane, materialistic way. The Lord doesn't think like that. He thinks conclusively. He thinks clearly. He's logical, perfectly." It makes sense to him, and it makes sense to those who really do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me be free of my love for the world, man. Let me love God and be free. Doesn't make sense to those who are attached. What do you see? My family, my dogs and cats and my shoes. I love my shoes. See, that's illusion. See? You got to meet a real spiritual master in some lifetime. That is the book personified, is the songs you sing. Every day these people sing the songs. Shri Guru Charana Padma. From him ecstatic prema emanates, and by his word my ignorance is destroyed. But they don't even see the song. They can't take it. They'd faint. They pee their pants if they met such a guru whose by their word your stupidity and your ignorance is destroyed. You see those people that get scared, sometimes they pee their pants. They lose control of their bodily functions. Wait, it's no joke, man. You hear from an empowered person, it's like your ignorance is destroyed, but don't think it's always a happy experience. It's like, I was very attached to these ignorant ideas. And it's like a hammer. See, yeah, Nityananda, one of his weapons is a club. Bam, bam, like bam, bam. In the Flintstones, they had one son. He had a club, and he was a bam, bam, bam. Yeah. See, you can say simply amazing. That means that you're appreciating the words of God. These are just his conclusions. It's all in the books. But if you're attached, you can't appreciate. That's why most people can't appreciate this preaching here. It destroys too many illusions that they're attached to. It's painful sometimes. Ooh. It's not in every lifetime you get such a chance to hear such words. Yeah, yeah. All glories for you are the best of the Brahmins, the son of Jagannath Mishra. You are an ocean of compassion, and your beautiful eyes are like lotus petals. See, your beautiful eyes are like, what are his eyes? Real eyes. See, real eyes is this preaching, man. Do you consider these eyes? See, when I look, I see this. Oh, I love this preaching. Oh, you're appreciating the Lord's eyes. His eyes are this knowledge, this conceptions. See, you're appreciating the Lord's real eyes. You're not like one of those persons, the hypocritical type still, because they're attached to illusion, you know. They don't want to hear the words that destroy their ignorance, hear really deep realizations about what the real eyes. This is the real eyes of the Lord, my friends. Just hear the real eyes of the Lord. Isn't that interesting? Realization. Listen, realize. See, people think it's this. Realization. Realization. The book. See, this is the book incarnation of God. This is his true mind. This is his true heart. Yeah. Do you like these real lies that you're hearing? See? Like lotus flowers? Do they seem like lotus flowers, or do they seem like a club? Aman says, I made more spiritual progress listening in this Sangha than serving religious organization instant for over 40, 50 years. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Yeah. Just by hearing, see, just by hearing realizations, by seeing, seeing, you see through the ears. Lord Brahma said, you need to see the Lord through your ears, through these, through the preaching of the book Bhagavat and the devotee Bhagavat preaching those things to you. You see, your devotees, the most elevated souls. See, all glories to your devotees, the most elevated souls. You see how they're these. This is glorifying the most elevated souls. Your devotees are the most elevated souls. Even in Vaidhi, you could say, if you have dedication to Krishna, the Lord is thinking, oh, this is very good. Because even the neophytes are going to go on, and eventually, in some lifetime, you might as well make it. Hey, man, you might as well just listen to the truth, and I'll, or like I pretty much force people, because I got to follow the way I go by the book, whether people ask for it or not. You're going to get it, man. You may not like it. You may not like this spinach. You may not like this eating your vegetables, but you're going to get it. I'm right over everybody's face on Facebook. Too bad, man. I'm all over the gurus, all over the followers, everybody. Why? Because that's my Lord's like that. It's what he wants. Whether they ask for it or not, he gave everybody this. This is amazing, isn't it? I'm amazed myself. I feel like I'm like Prabhupada who wrote his own books, and he's reading them in great ecstasy. Like, wow, man, these books are fantastic because Krishna dictated. And I feel the same thing. Krishna's like he's so working here, man. He's so here. He's dazzling. I feel dazzled. This preaching. It's like the flute is conscious. You know how flutes usually are in. It's just there's a flute player and it's just a stick of wood. I feel like this stick of wood that's conscious of what's going on here. What do you think? What strange, amazing, actually. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You see, the Lord is he proves it. He's the shelter and the devotees. He uses the devotees to deliver his devotees. His devotees, Amy, you've been a devotee. You've always were a devotee. And many of you are like that. You're depressed in this world. I was also depressed. I was depressed being in this world. Without this being awakened and this connection, it's very depressing here. But people don't know that. A lot of people they're with their little toys. You see the materialists with their, they're all totally into the world. They're like you say like young souls. Oh, the world, let's get our jet skis and let's go diving like here and play. Everybody's going around with all their heavy equipment, going here and there, diving and doing this and doing that. See, they think it's like they're in Disneyland. This is Disneyland, and they're children. You know how children go to Disneyland? Nothing in there is really real. It's just something they just dreamed up in their minds. This is the world. This is all dreamed up in Maya's mind, in Brahma's mind, the illusory energy, and it's a Disneyland. See, but that's only impressive. Like, I'm here in Playa del Carmen. There's all these places to go and they all usually cost a lot of money. You got to go to this place and that place. I may go, but I can go or not go. To me, this is the place to go. I come here, man. This is why I'm happy. I signed a 3-month lease here. I said, yeah, hey, man, I got the internet every day. I can take a trip deeper and deeper in God, man. And these other people are going externally here and there and everywhere and not learning anything, wasting their times. Okay? I go here and there and anywhere too if I want, because I take the Lord with me. I love that. I got God as my companion. He's my comforter. He's the amazing grace here. He gives me great happiness. He gives my friends great happiness. I get to entertain them. I just feel like I'm just an entertainer. I love it, man. I come here. I can do my stand-up comedy. Some people laugh, some people cry, some people, all kinds of emotions go, hate and anger and all kinds of things are going, in this. It's a good show, man. Get to me, this is work that's not work. This is like traveling without traveling, it's amazing. See, I'm here for the people that are hopeless and helpless. And if and the Lord is going to give you a little help now here in His Maya. Maya's activated, man. The sleeper agents of the demons, they're out there. Even unawakened people are starting to see. So this is your way out, everybody. You come here, you can transcend this. You can see that these are all, everyone is the Lord's servant. Bill Gates and Fauci's and these gurus, all the ones I slap around, club a little bit here, I'm just clubbing your attachment to illusion. That's all. I have nothing against. They're all the Lord's servants. They're all serving the Lord. Everybody is. Everything is. We can't get out of it. We're all under the control and direction of the Lord. Whether you're a demon, you're a demigod, you're a bird, you're a fly, you're acting according to nature. What is your nature? See, that's why you come here and you start to get to understand what is the higher nature. See, the higher nature is Sat Chit Ananda. It's the greatest, it's the most free nature. Free in spirit. Your spirit is awakened in relationship. It's free in God and sovereign in God. It always will be and always was. And if you're not free in the Supreme Spirit, if you're not married to that Lord and you're a God and goddess of fortune because of it, you're in some level of illusion. You are not going to be free on your own. You can't do it. That's why you're either enslaved by the Lord's Maya by being in the Maya and complying with the Maya, or you're free by complying with the Lord's order. Hari Nam, Eva Sevanam. No other way, no other way. Be in the Lord's name. Be in Sadhu Sangha. Be with those who come to deliver your buttocks. No other way, no other way. Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha. Come to church, man. Look at you guys. Come to church every day. Looking forward to it. What does that say? You found reality and you like reality now. You think Amy's not delivered out of this illusion? She loves reality. She loves the lotus eyes of the Lord. She sees them every day through these realizations. See? You got to find in some lifetime those who are Bhagavad Gita 10:10 personified and like what you hear, man, because they got the real understanding, see, and the real knowledge to deliver you. They got the real eyes of God. They are the eyes of the Lord, man, personified. That's called the devotee Bhagavat. You ain't got one of those, you didn't find the real path yet. Well, that's all here, man. And we proved it, and we'll prove it again and again and again. Because it's so juicy to do so. It's so fun, man. It's so entertaining. It's so Vrindavan-like here. You free people by having a good time. Effortless. There's no effort to do this, man. Just surrender. Chant the holy name, man. In association with these glorious devotees here. Ah. All glories to your devotees. And your beautiful eyes are like lotus petals. See? Beautiful eyes, realizations, your beautiful understanding. See? You listen to this preaching, this world opens up to you. What's your alternative? Whatever preaching you hear, whatever word you hear is the world that's going to open up to you. You listen to the politicians, you listen to Fauci's and the Bill Gates preaching, right? They're preaching the words. They're really into the words, traveling all over the place, giving the videos out, a lot of words going out there, a lot of ideas and concepts. What's happening? Shut up. Don't breathe. Put the triple mask on now. Okay? Get your poison in your body. Okay? That's the preaching. It becomes your world. And then you become like Justin Bieber. You see him? Young guy, man. 20, what, 5 years? Not even 25. I don't know. Very young. Got his boosters and all that stuff. Being a good boy. A lot of people like that. See? All the word you're listening to. So ask yourself, man, what word am I listening to? Is it making me more free? Am I getting more attracted to to being like the freedom of spirit? Am I getting to know that I'm spirit and I'm not matter? That matter is not mattering so much anymore. Material world is not mattering so much so more. The matter, I'm not under the matter. I'm not under the mat. See, matter, mat. That's like being under the mat. See, and all the beings step on you. You're just a doormat. Okay? This is freedom. See? Freedom in the Word of God. The Word of God is the conclusive truth. This is the Word of God, man. It's written by realized souls who have realization, the real mind of God. See? And they communicate it through your book. And a lot of people still don't get it clear enough. Therefore, you need the devotee Bhagavat. See, this is the mind of God. I'm just preaching the mind of God by the action of the book Bhagavat. See, that's the real eyes. That's the lotus petal eyes, is the realization of God and coming through the real devotee who preaches on behalf of the true Lord, not the fake Lord being a fake guru. We want the real genuine thing here, right? Don't you want the genuine thing? Don't you want the real spiritual master, the real acharya? Because real deliverance is there. Isn't that what the book teaches? Isn't that the lotus petal of the eyes of God is his realizations, and not those who are not realized? They don't give you the real eyes of God, the realizations of the Lord. You want to be delivered, you got to meet his real medium, man. The Lord comes as that devotee to deliver you. Got to meet one of those. Have you met one here? You got to come. You listen long enough and let's see if you can see it. That's why you go through purification so you can see these things. Yes, it's true, man. The Lord has actually finally come. Like the book says, it's all by the book, man. He's come here as my guru to deliver me. He delivers me, the real God, the real truth, sets me free. Okay? If you don't have one of those in your life, you're going to come back again until you do. Thy will be done on earth as it is in Vrindavan. That's what's happening here. See, the will of God is the Vrindavan revelation and realization, love of Krishna, devotion to Krishna, okay? On the level of the Vrindavan Ras, where you call the Lord every day, Radha and Krishna call out their names, and then you come forward, they come forward, you come run to embrace each other. That's it, man. in everybody's face. You ever see those guys? They get in your face, man. Like they get really close, and you're like, back away, back away. You know, you're too close, man. So anyway, please read this chapter about Lord Chaitanya's pleasurable pastimes as a young scholar. He totally absorbed himself in scholarly pursuits, not finding time for anything else. After completing his daily Brahmitical duties early each morning, the Lord of the Universe, Sri Nimai Pandit, went to the house of Gangadas Pandit. Students who respected him as an authoritative scholar and considered themselves as disciples accompanied him. Students who respected him as an authoritative scholar and considered themselves his disciples accompanied him. See, that was a secret. You could become a disciple of the Lord. There was no obstacle. You see, you just have to think, oh, he's the real authority. I just want to learn from him. Hey, that's how it works. Always worked like that. It works like that here. You know, if you consider this fool Goharidas an authority, and you can become a student, right? You can become a student. It's open to everybody. This is equal opportunity. Nobody stopped here. The point is, do you consider Gohari an authority? Do you consider yourself a disciple? Well, if you do, look at the result. And if you don't, and you just wonder, because there's still some people here don't consider themselves my disciples. So that person who is like that, just look around at the results of those who do consider this Gaur Hari Das as their teacher and guru. And the word coming out here is really true and really, yeah, look at the result. Right? It's a beyond good result, isn't it? That's the whole world should be looking. You ISKCON devotees should be looking. This is just the Jesus type preaching coming around again. That's why he had to deal with the same things I deal with. Lord Caitanya also. See? So you judge a tree by its fruit. So the tree is the devotee, or the non-devotee. If I'm a non-devotee with no ecstatic, pure devotion, that's a tree, and you're coming to eat. You're a disciple of a certain guru. They're a tree. What kind of fruit are you eating? Is there any fruit on there? Or what kind of fruit are you eating? Oh, I'm eating this Brahmitical fruit coming from this tree of this guru, man. Yeah, I'm becoming a good Brahmin. I'm doing rules, regulations, and I'm ceremonial worship it. And you do your whole life eating that fruit. See? Until you come to the point and you start to think like, wow, is there any more juice, Lord? This is kind of a little bit dry, man. Do you have any butter to put on this? I don't know. This what I'm eating is a bit dry. Or if you're lucky, you see a devotee who is a tree of real devotion, like Lord Chaitanya planted a tree of devotion. Well, that has to be done again. That is being done here. This is a tree of devotion. And you can see for yourself, and others can see for themselves, people who are eating this fruit here saying, yeah, I like this fruit here. I don't need to go anywhere else. This fruit is so good. Fruit is very fulfilling. Man, it's making my eyes water, and I'm laughing and I'm crying. You can see people eating this fruit on the tree. This fruit is so deep and so juicy and so conclusive that most followers in the Vaishnava line can't even understand it or appreciate it. That's why I thought this one guru is looking good, man. He likes this preaching. Yeah, to the Narayan Raj devotee, it's offensive, all this stuff, man. They can't even see that you guys here, they're Raganuga Bhaktas, right? They're purebhakti.coms. They're crying schools without the crying. They're purebhakti.coms without the pure bhakti. How do we know? Well, they don't like this preaching. They don't like they don't like looking at the lotus petal eyes of Lord Caitanya. See, they don't like looking at his realizations. What, are these my realizations? Well, yeah, I own them now. Just like I own my Lord. My Lord is mine. I call him, he comes, because I can't live without him. And he's transcendental person, being. I need that transcendental connection. Otherwise, what can I do in this world? Nothing. I have to have my other half. My other half. And what is the point of being envious? And people will be, why not? Yeah, I found my other half. I found the other half of the universe, man. And the beauty of it, it's win-win. You come here, you become a real disciple from your heart. You come listen long enough. You can become like this. You become an acharya too. What is that so bad? You want to just be a peon all your life, being peed on by people who have not realized God? That's all they can do is more or less pee on you. That's more or less. It's not good enough. That's filthy rags before my Lord. You're a milk drinker. I'm going to follow a milk drinker and a big sannyasi with big austerities. Get him out of. He's thrown out of my Lord's kirtan. He ain't impressive enough. You become a disciple here from intelligence. You got it. You cannot stick it out here. This preaching is too tough. It's for those who really want Krishna and really want to go through the purification to get that Lord. Maybe they're helpless and hopeless enough, and then it goes very fast. This is good news to them. Otherwise, it's like freeing a captive, man, pulling these rotten teeth out of people. Oh yeah, these teeth, I've had these rotten teeth I've speaking rotten truths and all this stuff so long, I'm so dedicated to it. If you haven't realized Krishna, and 99.9% of the population hasn't, as far as I can see, you got rotten teeth, more or less. Some more rotten than others. We pull all those teeth out and put real teeth, not false teeth. People's teeth are false because they speak Maya, illusions. See, you got to find the real tree of devotion. Well, that's here. We've proven it. What's the problem, man? That's why I'm all in the face of everybody. What's the problem? To me, this is very logical. You found the tree of devotion planted here in this world again. People are eating that fruit and saying, yeah, yeah, and they're ecstatic, they're humming, they're laughing. Everything you read about in Chaitanya Lila is happening again, is revived again, and nowhere else that I've seen it to this extent. So that's a fact now. It's factual. It's not a lie. It's not an exaggeration. People coming here and eating this fruit are becoming very ecstatic, becoming very solid in spirituality, very conclusive. They're seeing the real eyes of the Lord and can appreciate them. See the realizations of God as they are. See, now they're hearing Bhagavad Gita as it is, not just the book Bhagavad Gita as it is, and still seeing it as it isn't because of their speculative mind or the speculative minds of their trees that haven't fructified with love of Krishna, and they don't have the real eyes, but they're hearing the partial thing. See, you get the realization here. See what you guys are saying here. Go surf, go motorbike. Yeah, there's no other place I've felt Krishna is here. Isn't that the bottom line? I'm not here to blind believers. I say, come here long enough, you get purified, and then see if you don't feel Krishna. Krishna might feel like a sledgehammer at first, like his club, right? He's got a club. If you need clubbing, you'll get clubbing. And then what happens? You get purified, and then you get the lotus flower. You can feel it. You don't need the club anymore. So, at Gangadas's place, he conducted debates. Many students who were not in his group were affronted or slighted by Nimai and his followers. After establishing his arguments in the debate, Nimai would discuss the different points he had made with his group, just as other groups would do. Morari Gupta was not amongst Nimai Pandit's group. So Nimai confronted him and refuted his arguments. Nimai wore his dhoti neatly wrapped around his slim, elegant frame. He sat amidst his students in the mood of a valiant prince. See, so Morari Gupta was a devotee, but he wasn't part of the group yet. So the Lord would have debates with Morari, and he won the debates. He needed to win because he wanted him amongst his group. You don't understand transcendental knowledge till you become part of the group of devotees that have a real bona fide spiritual master. See, so the Lord defeated Morari. And Morari realized, he says, wow, he's got more knowledge than I. This is the same procedure here. Yeah, we're doing the same thing. The Lord is using this fool, Gaur Haridas, to show the foolishness of these alleged scholars so that they can become part of this group also. Because if you don't, you will not perfect your devotional service. We've already proven it. Look how many years these gurus and their followers have been doing devotional service in ISKCON and all the Gaudiya Math, Gaudiya Miti. They haven't perfected their devotional service as good as persons like Amy. See, we're here so you can perfect your devotional service. No matter who you are and what you are, there is no limitation here. All you have to do is affectionately appreciate this preaching. Or come to that point. You may hate this preaching at first, but I'll give you knowledge to overcome all that stuff. Because that's the work here. Yeah, if you hate this or you love this, you both get purified, both conditions. But don't leave this. Whether you love this or hate this preaching, stay with it, and you'll just ultimately come to pure love for it, pure affection. See, and there you go. You're free now. You're set free from the affection for this world. It can't bind you here anymore. You found you're now a goddess or a god of fortune. Just like you see Maria's coming now. And she said, wow, my life is getting more and more auspicious. That's right, because, you're finding the true Lord. Stick with it. Yeah, cultivate this. And your life will become more and more auspicious, just naturally. The Lord takes care of his real devotees. See, the real devotees take shelter of the real Lord. See, you see the real eyes here. You get the realization of the highest devotees. I'm preaching this book as it is, and proof is you like it. Proof is it makes you ecstatic. Look how ecstatic Lalita is. She keeps saying, it's because of my guru. It's because I come every day, and it's because it's happening here. See? Well, what's that saying? That'll happen to you. People become ecstatic. They'll laugh, you'll cry, and everything you see the advanced devotees doing here. Yeah, I'm going to stop now, take a little break, relax a little bit, and we'll be back. I'd ask for a word from you guys, but I'm the only one here today. Up here. Lalita, I bet, is traveling. Is she traveling back home? Yeah, I wonder why I heard she got a bed and breakfast. I thought Ava had a big house. What happened to the big house? Oh, maybe yeah, maybe her friend did or something. Okay, all right. So what else? Let me look at some of this stuff here. Hmm. Okay. Okay, great. So thank you for coming, everybody. I'll rest up and we'll be back at it again. Thank you for coming.